Hello everyone, this is Visual Novel Gamer here, and I am back with kinkoi Lover. And where we left off last time was, I just finished my date with Ellie-san. I got some more background about Sophie, and well, my character just had some fun. He finally felt like he was being happy, basically, in the school. So now, we are literally just right back to the dorm. We said goodbye. You. It was a toy, right? Yeah. Aku-chan came rushing over to greet me. Was she waiting for me the whole time? Yeah, I didn't buy anything. Something like that. I had given Ellie-san an accessory as a present, but I decided to leave that part out. Go ahead. What's up? Well, yeah. Haha. Something like that. Thank you. She looked pretty worked up for whatever reason. Girls her age probably love topics like this. Mind if I head back to my room? No problem at all. Nah, it's fine. I said goodbye to Aku-chan and went back to my room. The sleepy face is back. Hey. I woke up the sleeping girl who acted like she owned the place. What do you mean your room? Ah! Can I get an apology for you attacking me? Yeah, I'm just glad you remembered. I bet that's exactly what happened. How long have you been asleep? Don't tell me since this morning. You would be dead if you sleep forever. That just means you're dead, yeah, exactly. What? You are that tired? Have you been doing anything too strangeless? Ria had the same nasty attitude and sharp tongue as ever. Come on, this was my room. This totally wastes the fun time I had with Sophie and Mina-chan, and the great mood I had going from the day I wrapped up so elegantly with Ellie-san. She shoved her hand under her shirt and scratched her chest. ... I was a little ticked about ruining the mood for my date, but having her suddenly show her off her collarbone wasn't bad at all. Then don't do it right in front of me. You're the one showing off yourself. Tongue out. All men are like that. Stop, that one goes too far. The chain of her pendant had seemingly dug into her skin while she was asleep, and she repositioned it. It went well. We ate ramen. After that, we watched the sunset together. Yeah, I do feel like we gotten closer. I didn't tell her about you know where, don't worry.
ならよし。
I turned on the TV. Baseball was on. With that said, I had no interest in the match itself. I just happened to tune in during the interval between innings as it went to commercial. Before transitioning to ads, it displayed tonight's highlight. Ah.
今年日本一のチームを決める本ゲームは華やかな幕開けとなりました。
They are hosting replays of the baseball opening ceremony. It was a shot of the ball Sophie threw and landed directly into the catcher's glove. ... Looked like a perfect pitch. Hanging out with her yesterday was worth it. Rhea?
いや。シルビーって、お前らのクラスのだよな。
Yeah. Even a suspended girl from another class knew about her.
ふーん。帰るわ。世話になったな。
Sure. Rhea indifferently headed to her room. Although she could be awful brazen. On a closer look, Rhea had washed the cup she used as an ashtray, and even folded the clothes I wore to bed. A bit hazily, I could tell she was being considerate in her own subtle way. She was also curious about how my day had gone. ... Maybe I could consider her a good neighbor. Tentatively, anyway. Ah.
おはようございます。眠そうですね。
I am. Sure am.
せっかくの土日でしたのに、休めませんね。
Bunch of stuff happened. It had been an ordeal since I ended up going along with Sophie wins both days. Kinda chill. What were you up to the last 2 days?
僕ですか。よくぞ聞いてくれました。なんと、ついにエスペラント語の検定にて、日常会話科の合格証をいただけたのです。
Huh?
大変でしたが、今となってはやりがいのある時間でした。これでようやくまた一つ、将来の蓄えができたと思うと、実に晴れやかな気持ちです。
Yeah. So, Espanol? Estonia? Espanol? I don't know. Wait, if I remember right. Was that it? Don't you like light novels?
はい。
One of my old classmates was really into researching Kalulu and stuff, and could even speak Estonia? He was frankly a nerd. And
庶民はものを知らないな。
エスペラント語はれっきとした公用言語ですよ。
oh, who are you again?
西郷だよ。お前この前俺のこと怒鳴ったの覚えてないのか？
No idea. I bet that's what my guy says. ...
え、本当に覚えてない？
ほら、教科書水浸し事件の。
I do remember. Oh, I remember now.
本当に失礼なやつだ。これだから庶民は。
I mean, you were so freaked out after what happened that you avoided me ever since.
ビビってないぞ。ただ庶民なんぞに時間を割いてやる無駄をやめただけで。
He sounds different. I don't know why he sounds different. ...
なんだ？怒ったのか？怒ったなら怒鳴る前にまず弁護士を通してだな。
Nah, I'm not mad, so what do you need from me today?
お前なんかに用があるか？録音寺君におめでとうを言いに来ただけだ。
おや、ありがとうございます。
英語、フランス語、アラブ語、中国語、ドイツ語に続き、ついにエスペラント語ですか。録音寺君の高学心はいつも見習わねばと思います。
English, French, Arabic, Chinese, German, and now Espanol, Espanto. I don't know that.
録音時に生まれたものとして必要な素養ですので。
Mm-hmm. So what benefit is there to learning this Espanol language?
エスペラント語。
これからの国際社会に必要な素養とされているんです。相手の国の言葉で話すのは大切だからね。
Oh, it's an international thing. But wouldn't English work in that case?
現在の国際公用語は確かに英語ですが、今後国際社会で付き合っていくべき国々には反英、反米、つまり英語を嫌う国々も多くなってきます。そこで特に多国籍の企業間の友好のために用いる仮の公用語としてエスペラント語が注目されています。
エスペラント語は母国がない。どこの国にも属さない言葉だから敵を作らないというわけ。
Thank you, male student B. Oh,
お前みたいな庶民には一生縁のない世界さ。お前はまず必死こいて英語から覚えるんだな。
Language, huh? All this talk of a distant world, and here I was on the brink of failing English. Something actually had been on my mind a little. There were no English classes at Noble Academy. I guess it was given that the students who went here could speak English, apparently by gods. Was a basic fundamental for elites. This seriously was a school for the elite of the elite. That's awesome, Kaneki. You'll learn a whole language just because you might need it in the future.
覚えたとは言えません。日常会話に不便しない程度です。
That's plenty. Sorry, I've taken you lightly until now.
お気になさらず。侮られてたので。
Absolutely. I totally looked down on you ever since you oohed and ah over those porn mags.
わーわーなど言っていません。
エロ本？
Uh-oh.
いやらしい本ですか？録音寺君がそんなものを。
We gotta corrupt the rest of the class. Oh, what? Are you all the sort that are intolerant of porn?
そんなことはない。
Yes, they all are.
ですが仮に録音寺君どんなものを見たのでどんな
This kind. I open up that sort of page on my phone. Ah, nice reaction.
携帯電話でこんなページが。
なんだこの程度か。ただおっぱいが出ているだけじゃないか。
こんな青臭い小娘が脱いだところで特になんとも思いませんね。本当は。全然。
Then why are you both stuttering? He sure was hanging in there. If you don't like immature, then how about this?
お姉さんが教えてあげる真夏のカテキョ大作戦。
What the heck is he showing them? And even older?
若妻の公職な昼下がりあの人には言わないで。
It's getting worse. Let's take it a step further.
熟女乱舞乱れ妻たちの共演。
Oh god, this is great.
熟女が
We're breaking them.
お母さん。
What? One of them has shouted out.
熟女。年のいった女性というのも。
やめろそんなわいせつな。下品だぞ。
Cougars aren't your thing, huh? I was up and a little younger then. How about this?
だからこれがどうした。バカバカしい。さすが庶民らしい低俗さだな。俺は世界に名だたる写真家のパパの仕事で小さい頃からモデルの裸だって飽きるほど見てるんだ。こんなもの大したことないさ。
Photos don't do much, then how about manga?
所詮絵じゃないか。これがどうした。こんな絵なんて所詮この子どうして股間が膨らんでるんだ。
Uh-oh. This is a cross-dresser. Lots of artists draw stuff like this these days.
男。
Yeah, this girl is just cross-dressing, but they were born a male.
バカな。こんな可愛い子が男。
Oh, don't tell me he's into that sort of stuff.
ついてる。
Oh god, he's breaking.
男。
And he's broken. Now they were both shorted out.
漫画絵で描いただけでこんな。
And we're breaking him even more. The last one standing was growling well too.
朝っぱらからなーにやってんの教室で。
Don't give me that look, Rena. Social studies.
やめんさいよ純朴な少年たちに。
There's a certain pleasure in showing off the raw, uncensored reality to naive, hard to believe in the stork or cabbage patch. Did we finally break him?
キクチョ鼻血拭いて。
すいません。
Got the nosebleed. Oh, I forgot. Konicho. Estonian, was it? Congratulations on learning Estonian? Spanish? I don't know. Was it? Congratulations on learning it.
はあ、どうも。エスペラント語。あれ、一つも思い出せない。
We made
頭の中が全部おっぱいだ。
we made him forget a whole language. Looks like I went too far.
おはよう、オーラ。
Morning, Sophie.
おはようございます。
Morning, Ellie. Oh, thanks for yesterday.
ねえねえ、オーラ、聞いて。昨日の始球式がね。
Yeah, I saw you on TV. I'm glad it went well. Sophie looked delighted. And
クルス・クラウンさん、夕べのテレビ、野球の試合見たわよ。素敵でしたわ。始球式なんてめちゃくちゃが普通なのに、綺麗に投げてたよね、マストで。でしょ投げ方はオーロに教わったの。
the girls all looked my way.
教えるのがすごく上手なのよ。それに根気よく付き合ってくれて。
Thank you, Sophie. You're helping me so much now.
それはそう何よりですわ。
And off they went. I'm really out of place in class, huh?
今さ
I told her about what happened the time our lecture had been in the external classroom. Maybe the way I flipped out was poorly executed.
ら女子は引いたかもね。でもしゃあないよ。それ以前にこの学校の子ってまず庶民と自分たちは別物だって思ってるから。
Guess so. Rena seemed a bit depressed and gave me a half shrug. We were in the same boat, so I understand what she was getting at. Oh well, it's out of our control. We actually are entirely different and all.
あ、オーロ、今日の午後どうする？
I don't know. As always, our afternoon classes were optional.
もう転入して1週間になります。そろそろ何か打ち込むものを決めてはいかがです？
Easy for her to say. My dream was to graduate from this school on good terms and become a civil servant. What exactly could a guy like me get into?
打ち込むとか考えなくても自分が楽しいと思うことをやるでもいいのよ。現に私なんかは完全に趣味でピアノをやってるし。
Hobby or not, you're still able to play on a professional level. You were into fashion, was it, Rena?
将来の夢はファッションデザイナーでございます。
Hanaku takes integrated business administration and Ellie-san does fencing.
私は体育総合。体を動かすのが主です。部活動の関係でフェンシングが多いだけで。
None of them really click with me. Any of those would be fine if it was just to go and observe, but I was hesitant to put my full effort into any of them.
こういうことは言いたくありませんが、目標なき人生は時間の浪費ですよ。
It really is, to be honest. A life without a goal. It's just a lot of wasted effort. You waste most of your days doing nothing. 90% of young men and women are like that these days. There were those in the world who wanted to do nothing but play video games and the like. Even so, wouldn't that mean you're dedicating your life to it? In my case.
そうだ、野球をやったらどう？
Ah,
ほら、野球がとても上手でしょ？なら、
no thanks.
知るやん知るやん。往路に野球はやらせちゃダメ。どうして？この学園、野球部は女子しかいない。自由授業なら混ざれるけど、女の子だらけの空間に往路が自分から入ってくのはちょっときつい。そうなんだ。
Yeah, I wish you wouldn't toss me in with a bunch of women. My life at the dorm was hard enough on me as it was. Wait, we have a baseball club?
ありますよ。女子野球。男子は定員割れで活動停止状態ですが。
この学校は男子が少ないですからね。チーム競技はなかなか。
A bunch of upper-class ladies playing baseball. Is that actually relevant to their future?
ノーブル学園とはいえ、将来につながることだけが推奨されているわけではありません。楽しいからやるもありですよ。
I see. I ended up wandering around campus under the pretext of a servant without picking anything to do. What should I do? Focus on studying for the future. It was a time that was totally foreign to me. The biggest difference between those so-called elites and a commoner like myself, rather than it being our privileges, bilingualism, or otherwise, might just be whether or not we had a clear idea of our future prospects.
市松さん。
Uh-oh. This was a rare person to come calling.
今晩なのですが、私、家の都合で出なければならないの。お夕飯を運べないから、妃さんに頼んでくれていいかしら。
Oh, sure. I guess I was still under house arrest, even if she couldn't keep a personal eye on me.
よかった。今後はこういう機会が増えるといいわね。私もいつまでもあなたに煩わされるのはさすがに鬱陶しいから。
You know you don't have to. You could always just let me just eat, get food myself. How annoying. I was locked up in my room due to her whims, yet she acted like she was taking care of me. That would piss anyone off. I could go eat at the cafe by myself, you know.
それはダメよ。寮のために。
Right. Well, not that I had the guts to go buy anything, given the bizarre atmosphere.
と
So,
ころで、あなた、相馬さんと仲がいいそうね。
huh? Sona, that name didn't click for a minute, but... Her?
朝言うと、何度も部屋に出入りしてるとか。
That was just yesterday. For that matter, she just came in the morning and left at night. No, wait, wouldn't it be better for me to say she thought Rhea came and went as she pleased rather than staying in my room for 10 hours? I guess we are neighbors.
そう。まあ彼女は特殊だから何も言いませんけど。あなた、一応男性なんですから、女性を部屋に連れ込むのはあまり褒められないわね。
I don't recall ever dragging her anywhere. She was hanging out in my room of her own free will.
とにかく彼女にはあまり近寄らないで。
Why?
なんでもよ。
Pretty firm tone. Josuke raised her voice. She immediately reverted to her usual calm and collected demeanor, but the way she settled down was more than enough proof that she had lost her cool for a moment.
わかったわね。彼女には近づかないで。
She glared at me. She was acting so weird today. No matter how annoying she was with me up until now, she had always kept her composure. ... If you're that opposed, why don't you speak to Ria first? Tell her not to visit my room.
言えるなら言ってるわよ。
Josaki was losing her patience. I would tell her if I could. Looked around, that means she couldn't tell her anything, not that she wouldn't listen if she did. That's unexpected. Never thought you and Ria would know each other.
ただ同じ寮生なだけよ。
Oh, I think we caught her in something. Off she went. She totally ran away. Is there something going on between you and Josaki?
何かって？
Later that evening. We didn't have any real arrangements in place, but Ria eventually came along while I was waiting for her on the school roof. Josaki worried about you.
まあ。
If this has something to do with a weakness of hers, I'd love to hear about it.
下水なお前。
Hey, she has everyone against me. Ria hesitated for a second.
弱みではない。
Damn. We climbed up to the top level. You don't have any dirt on her or anything. What if she acts all hot? But she's actually a delinquent in disguise and smokes more than you do.
ねえよ。てか裏では不良だとしても知らない。あいつとはあんな親しくない。
Tick.
それに不良でもないだろうな、あいつは。お嬢様中のお嬢様だ。家の迷惑になるようなことは絶対しないだろうさ。
Really?
お前のことうざがってるのも、このノーブル学園に庶民が通うと学園の質が落ちて、ひいては自分の学歴を貶めることにならないかが心配ってとこじゃね。
Is that it? I had thought it over for a few days, and many of the people annoyed with me at the school generally took pride in Noble Academy. My very presence at Noble Academy, where only elites attend, was a nuisance. Did Josuke feel that way about me too?
金持ちの基本は見えっ張りだよな。自分が完璧であるためには、自分に関わる他人も完璧であってくれなきゃ困るんだ。
What a pain. I wish they wouldn't make my life difficult just because I associate with them. A variety like that is completely pointless.
ん？
For
バカじゃねえの。
sure, this is totally ridiculous.
お前だよ。
What? What do you mean me? Huh? By the time I noticed, Ree was staring at me with a cold look in her eyes. There was none of the warmth from moments ago when I was making fun of Josuke.
見えっ張りってのは悪いことじゃねえだろ。
Huh? But...
自分を偽っても意味がないか？
She seemingly read my mind before I could vocalize those thoughts.
この世に自分を偽ってない人間なんていねえよ。
That's true.
ならその偽りの自分が少しでもいいものに、少しでも立派にあろうってのは大事なことだ。見えも張れねえプライドのないやつを世間はクズって言うんだよ。
That's also true. That's completely correct. She continued talking and wouldn't let me get a word in edgewise. almost to the point where it was irritating. But she had a point, so I had no room to argue.
彩香の気持ちもわかるぜ。自分の人生と自分の家のために完璧であろうとする。そのためには邪魔なものは排除する。他から見りゃただの見えっ張りでも、あいつはあいつの人生をあいつなりに全力で生きてる。虚しいわけあるかよ。
Rhea took in a puff of her cigarette. Ugh, I can't understand. I could understand the theory, but it was irritating.
何よりてめえのダチにいるんだろ。世界で一番見栄を張ってるやつが。
Huh?
生まれた時から王族って見栄のために完璧であり続け、ピアノを弾けばプロも超えるし、勉強運動ともに完璧。テレビで始球式なんてアイドルみたいなこともする。
Ah, yeah, she had a point. Sophie definitely did live an unfettered life. Still, that was her taking responsibility for the authority that came with being royalty. She put in the effort to practice even for foolish events like a season-opening baseball ceremony. She put her life on the line to keep up appearances.
人間はさ、誰でもかっこよくありたいんだよ。
Which is true. Everyone's buying stuff to show off to people that don't even care, really.
かっこつけたいわけじゃなくても、かっこよくあろうとするのは大事なことさ。
Yep.
そいつを否定してやるなよ。
Good point. Josephine ticked me off to no end, so it was a harsh truth to swallow. But I wanted to agree with Sylphie's way of life. No, not just her. I knew someone who learned a language entirely unrelated to Japan for their family. One who would put their life on the line to follow their master. And one who barged her way into this school even though she wasn't rich to make her dream come true. That was a way of life I didn't want to refute. Showing off meant having pride in your own life. That much was for sure. I was probably irritated because I had nothing in my life that made me feel that way. I was missing the contact that would allow me to be cool. Oh, come to think of it, Rhea was awfully familiar with Sylphie's circumstances.
来たぞ。
Oh, and it's the beautiful scenery again. Absolutely love this. That marked the end of our conversation. This was when she would always cut me off with a prime time came on golden time. That sparkling time. Was I living in such a time right now?
金色ラブリッチェ。ねえだね。
It was raining.
日本は雨が多いと聞きましたが、降り方は普通なのですね。
もっと蛇口を開いたみたいな土砂降りになると思っていたわ。
That's not entirely what that idiom means.
ちょっと残念。土砂降りというのも見てみたいわ。いやー、うざったんだよ、あんまり降るのは。シルビーの国って雨少ないの？
ソルティレージュは北欧の寒冷な山間にありますので、雨はほとんどが山が引き受けてくれます。
雨は少なくても水資源には困らなくていい土地よ。
That's great at least. Wow.
でも水資源といえば日本にはとても及ばない。だから日本は年中大雨というイメージだったのだけど。
日本の水資源は台風に甘えたところが大きいですから。昨今はゲリラ豪雨など突然の大雨も増えてきましたが、本州でそれほどの大雨となるのは年に 2,3 度。 ごく限られた地区に来る程度ですね。
Is the rain? I guess the rainy season's here in the game. Isn't it common in Okinawa?
台風の時期はそうですね。沖縄、九州、四国は毎年大雨で困っているようですが、本州にいて大雨で困る地域はあまりありません。
Rina's scared of lightning. Great. Whoops. Rina clinged to my arm. What's up, Rina? That was pretty cute.
ごめんごめん。急だったからびっくりして。私らしくなかったよね。
She's absolutely terrified. Huh. A cute Rina makes me... Huh. Ah, a cute Rina. Makes me wonder if you come down with something.
ご無礼かよ。今のは近かったわね。
市内のどこかに落ちたようですね。
On the other hand, it wasn't a very cute reaction for a princess. The woman next to her brilliantly portrayed the brave lady knight is actually scared of lightning trope too. Both of them look accustomed to it.
サルティレージュは雨は少ないけど雷は多いの。
空気が乾燥する条件が重なると雨なしでも落雷が来ますので。
Yep. Now that you mention it, isn't lightning common in Northern Europe?
雷なんて何回聞いても怖いけどな。
That's definitely a softer expression face. There it was again. Get off me. Push, push.
すいません。急だったもので。
Really? He's scared of it too.
オーロの周りは雷一つでユニークね。
それにしても雨強くなってきたようです。
The thunder continued to roar through the school day. I visited the rooftop after school, but we obviously didn't have good sunset weather today. Ria wasn't here either. Might as well head back. ... Man, I was a kind of masochist myself. I was frustrated after she gave me that lecture yesterday, but I bravely came to see her again today. But strangely enough, when it came out of Ria's mouth, it didn't make me that angry. It was like I couldn't hold onto my indignation. I wonder why. When it came to her, I couldn't quite put my finger on it. ...
おかえり。
Oh, you're in my room. Yeah. I checked the room number. Immediately leave. Yep, it was my place. Which means you're the one who messed up. Good, good. Your room's next door.
知ってる。タバコ吸いたいんだけど、灰皿どれ？
It's nice having a girl visit, but you should stop coming in without asking. Just like last time, I poured some water into a cup I used to gargle with and handed it to her.
サンキュ。
Rita sat on the sofa like it was her own and lit up her cigarette. If I had to rate them on a narcissist scale, Rita was ranked about 20, and this girl scored a solid 100. Do you need something, or were you just feeling lonely and came to visit me? At least react somehow. She was even more egotistical than usual. You look pretty out of it. What's wrong?
今日ちょっと頭痛くて。
Oh, I do hear lots of people get that way on rainy days. I don't understand it since it didn't happen to me, but there were people who get headaches due to the shift in atmospheric pressure. I heard of people not being able to move because of it. Was that how it was for her?
頭痛い日は一人でいると辛くて。
Does that happen often?
迷惑？
Absolutely not. Yeah. Rio was looking straight at me. her gaze upturned, which was a given since she was shorter and dependent. For a delinquent, she was adorable. Nah, stay as long as you like. She wasn't bothering me, in fact. It was a real help having her around to kill time. Rhea leaned across the sofa looking relieved. Guess I'd better offer her a drink or something. ... Rhea was being unusually quiet, possibly due to her headache. She was simply staring into the space and was almost zombie-like. Originally, she offered up any number of topics, too. Was she in that bad of shape? Oh, wanna watch TV? I veered towards the TV and turned it on. Though it was only 6 o'clock, a little early, nothing but the nightly news was on. Reina looked blatantly bored. Can't expect much out of the TV industry outside of prime time, huh?
ゴールデンタイムも寒い番組ばっかだけど。
Harsh. Then again, even if we keep waiting for some solid content, all we actually get were a bunch of entertainment personalities laughing their heads off. TV shows were too loud to just leave on for the heck of it these days. Guess I'll watch something. I recorded a bunch of stuff, but is there anything you want to watch? I started up the DVR. I had brought it from home, so it should have a couple years of hazardous recording stuff on it. There were even that sort of programs on late at night that just played pretty scenery on endless loops. I was an expert recorder who stocked up even on content like that. But
これは?
the best views from Japanese train windows.
クソつまんねえな。
That does sound pretty boring. Love the facial expressions of this game so much. You said it. It was all fine and well to record it on its own, but it wasn't something you would watch with someone.
他には午後のムービーショー、金曜ロードムービー。映画ばっかりか。
Since there was no shows, I wanted to watch them weekly. I've waited so long to get a DVR that I set it to record nothing but movies every week so it wouldn't go to waste.
ま、どれでも一緒だな。お前のおすすめは?
I really enjoy watching this Hollywood gorilla, Emmy Godzilla, from the scene where he's eating tuna up to the final war. Oh, I got all 8 Potter Hatters. I've been thinking of marathoning them all in one night. Want to join me? I also got a whole bunch of Studio Ghibli that was on this past summer break. Any DVR left running for 3 weeks or so of the summer will definitely be packed with Ghibli.
お前、映画オタ?
I wouldn't go that far. I just recorded everything, but all of them were marked as unwatched. Why do I feel like recording movies when they were on TV, but have no desire to watch them?
あんま派手なのはいいわ。うるさいのとかチカチカするのとか、うざい。
Let's see then. Nothing Hollywood style would work then, which left. How about this French film that was on late? Most French movies are quiet. Oh, but this is subtitled. Most TV movies were dubbed, but late night movies were often subtitled.
字幕。しかもフランス。
Oops, sorry.
微妙。
Not interested? Well, French movies can be a little depressing.
いや、暗いのはいいんだけど。フランス語ってボソボソ喋る津軽弁みたいで聞いててイライラする。
You're going to upset people from Arma?
まあいいや、流しといて。テンション低い時の津軽弁って子守歌にちょうどいい。
Rhea looked around sleepy and then entirely exchange was done while she squalled out on the sofa. Yeah, I was sick of browsing anyway. Better put it on. I took a seat on the sofa as well and hit play. Why is she holding me? Why is she holding my leg? That.
うわ
Yeah. And that must be it. French really do resemble the Tojinki delegate, and the Druid impression could be kind of mysterious on its own.
この女優すげえおっぱいしてんな
Why are we watching something with naked girls next to a girl we barely know? Dot.
男としては化粧だらけのおばさんでもセックスしてると嬉しいもん
I guess it wouldn't be unpleasant. I had forgot late night movies were privy to these sort of erotic scenes. My embarrassment aside,
てかおっぱいより主人公のケツばっか映るな
she's completely into this. That part is unpleasant. Quit chasing after the men's butt. Give the angle some thought.
そこは女性サービスじゃね
Do women enjoy that sort of thing?
不快ではないかな
Rhea wasn't phased at all, so it didn't seem that there were any need to worry about it. Dot. Weren't you sleepy?
えぐい喘ぎ声のせいで眠気が飛んだ
She's blushing a lot, though. Is that right? Dot. We both spoke less as we headed into the second half of the film. On screen, the woman who had been having sex midway through the movie was bedridden from a high fever and having nightmares.
なあこいつ
Yeah,
死ぬよな
she is. For the last half hour, there were screens showcasing the protagonist's conflict as the hero suffered her ongoing illness and whether to go visit the mother he was separated from long ago. It would actually be upsetting if she didn't die in the final after all this. Dot.
あ死んだ
Yeah, she did. She died in the last 10 minutes or so. Afterward, the protagonist delivered a keepsake to his mother, and the ending credits showed him heading off on some journey.
はあだよ人が死ぬ系かよ
It starts with a rancy sex scene, then it turns into an emotional, charged story that you didn't see coming. The sex-crazed protagonist found true love halfway through the movie with a mystery hero, but she ended up dying.
こういうとりあえず収まりがいいから殺しとけはい死んだはい感動ってやつ嫌いだわ
Yeah, I don't like that too. Those movies are kind of like off-putting to me for some reason. Well, don't say all that. The filmmakers probably had to be considerate of film rating boards and a bunch of other stuff too. I don't think it was so bad.
綺麗なピンクの乳首が出たからは
Yeah,
あ
Rhea looked exhausted now that the movie was over and started to go limp again in her seat. That was when I finally realized it. The mood had gotten so relaxed while we were watching the movie that at some point we gotten extremely close to one another. And now that she was tired, plop. Before I knew it, Rhea had rested her head on my shoulder. She was close. Oh, there's the blush. For that matter, she looked so sleepy that I would have felt bad if I tried to sneak away from her. I decided to leave her be. Rhea was putting all her weight against me.
ああいう人が死ぬ映画見るとさ
Yeah,
うちの父親が何年か前に死んでてそのことを思い出すんだ
uh-oh. Dot. The conversation got heavy in an instant. Oh yeah? All I could imagine was manage was an idiotic reply. I wasn't mature enough to remain calm after hearing someone's relative dying unprovokedly.
あの主人公は女が死んでクズな人生改めて親に会いに行ってたけど、俺は親が死んだ時にグレちゃったっけ。
Dot dot dot. Everyone deals with change differently. Although I do think it's a better to mend your ways than to stay down the wrong path.
知ってる。俺にもそんな変化ができれば。
Dot dot dot. I want to know what's happened in her past fully. And she falls asleep just like that. Hmm? Huh? She fell asleep. I peeked at her face. She was asleep. Rina-san? I backed away a little and... Well, she went completely sideways onto the sofa. But showed no signs of waking. It's not even 9 o'clock yet. Rina-san, isn't that a little too healthy? Naturally, she utterly ignored my opinions and continued to sleep comfortably. Yes. She was much bolder than Rina or Sophie, her smoking habit included. Dot dot dot. Guess I didn't have much of a choice. It would be bad to let her sleep here, so I carried her to the bed. As for me, oh well, it wouldn't kill me to give up my bed for a day. My character is such a gentleman. And up she went.
また雨かよ。たくあったまいて。あれ？ここあいつの部屋か。やっちまった。
Yes, he did, but it's fine.
よっと。びっくりした。なんで床で寝てんのお前。
Why didn't I sleep on the sofa? Because I let you have my bed. Don't step on me.
終わり。
She stomped on me with her full body weight the moment she climbed out of bed. Blah, thanks to that, I was now wide awake. You clocked out hard yesterday, huh?
津軽弁の催眠作用恐るべしだわ。
I can't believe you stayed the night in a man's room. How scandalous, Rina-san. What? I was just joking, but she got a serious look on her face and went silent. Mia took a look at her clothes. Took a close look at her clothes.
念のため聞くけど、寝てる俺にはしたないことした？
Nope, I just carried you to the bed. Of course not. I was nothing but a gentleman.
最悪パンツ見るくらいはいいけど、唾液をはじめとした汚いもんがつくのは避けたい。
I told you, I didn't. You're being awful mean to me when I let you borrow my bed.
そうでした。
Rhea shrugged her shoulders, almost like she was apologizing, and headed towards the bathroom to wash her face. Crush. Whoops, you okay?
いや、悪い。
She hit her foot on a cardboard box I had sitting nearby. A few of the contents went flying. Ah, damn it. Hold on, don't move. You know what little box went flying with it. The 2 Lava Ridge emblems inside also scattered. It would be a huge pain if I lost them. Better pick them up. Ria looks stunned.
何それ、銀色？
Yeah, they're silver. Only 2 silver ones have shown up so far.
銀のラブリッチェマーク？
Why does everyone know what they are? She asks, sounding surprised. I'm collecting them. I've been at this for 10 whole years. Why the heck haven't I got my hands on a single golden emblem?
ふーん。ちょっと待ってろ。
She left. I waited around a little while and she came back.
じゃん。
And she brought with her you too. I let out a grin. They were silver, love-rich emblems. She also had 2.
奇遇だな。
Well, pretty much any Japanese person would give it a shot. 99% fail though. You only have 2?
2枚だけ。そっちも？
Same. That's too bad. You needed 5 to get a prize. We were 1 short. But... Ha ha ha! We both burst out laughing. A pretty big twist of fate, huh?
かもな。
The fact we each only had 2 was actually pretty amusing.
なあ、賭けしない？次に銀色を出した方が相手の2枚もいただけるって。
I like the sound of that. Collecting another 3 would be rough considering I only managed to gather 2 after all these long years. If it were only 1 more though, that might feel manageable. Even if she managed to take mine, it wouldn't be much of a shock. Heck, I'll go so far to say that sense of achievement from collecting them all would be prize enough. You're on. It's a winner-take-all battle for the love-rich emblems.
はっ！
This sounded fun. What's more, we were on a much friendlier terms these days. With this, I feel like we would definitely form a connection. That made me happy. What will you do with your emblems? I think it would be better to keep the 4 of them together as long as we're at it.
そうだな。その箱ちょうど良さそう。そこにまとめとこ。
Yeah. I put mine in the container I was using. Then I handed her the box and...
なんだこの箱。なんか。
She apparently hadn't taken notice of the box until she touched it.
これあれか？指輪とか入れる。
Yeah, it's the perfect size after all.
オローラ。
Yeah. She correctly pronounced it like Aura, Aura, Aura. She must have been familiar with the name. She put the 2 emblems on her for a total of 4 into the box.
随分とおしゃれな入れ物使ってんだな。
Guess so.
でも女っぽい。
Don't make fun of me. Shut up. Her mouth was as foul as ever, but our conversation had grown warm and friendlier over time. Sora, Ray. Honestly, she was cool enough to treat her like a guy friend, but still. I had made my first friend at this academy with no connection to Sophie. I headed to school in the rain again today.
オーラ、何かいいことあった？
Not really. It wasn't as if something nice had happened. Just something ordinary, that was all.
おいす。濡れちゃった。大変。エル、タオルは？
今ご用意します。
Class was the same as ever too. Though the thunder had stopped, the weather was still drizzle and gloom, but that didn't seem too awful. However,
やむ気配がありませんね。
sudden downpours have happened more often lately, but it feels like we're getting longer spells of rain than makes sense for the season too. Regardless of whatever mood the weather put me in, this rain did cause problems. 3 in particular. Number 1. In the end, rain was still depressing. Who really knows why? Number 2. It was fine on weekdays, but was born to not be able to go out on days off. It wasn't an inconvenience to go to school since the academy and dorms were close, but it required a pretty lengthy walk to go from the dorms into the city. And it was a bit tough to go into the town on rainy days. I wish it would be sunny on days off. Ironically, today was November 2nd, Thursday. Tomorrow, Friday, was Culture Day, and the 4th and 5th were the weekend. Put another way, it was a 3-day weekend. And on a 3-day holiday, I hoped at least one of those days would have decent weather. As for number 3, ... I headed back to the dorm. One rainy day after another just made everything feel alive. Even the air in the dorm foyer felt stagnant. Well, that aside. I knocked at the room next door. Then I waited a while. She must have been asleep. Ria walked out and looked less than amused. Another headache, huh?
なんか用か。
Nah, I guess they seemed roughed on you, so I wondered if you were okay. Number 3. We couldn't go to the roof. That could have some small part in why Rina's mood refused to improve.
分かってんなら起こすな。
Sorry about that. Why are you sleeping at 5:30 in the afternoon, though?
うるせえな。え、5時半？もう？
You didn't realize?
頭痛いからグダグダしてたらいつの間にか。
And after how soundly you slept last night, too.
俺、寝ようと思えば永遠に寝れるから。
And again, that just means death. You make that sound like a special ability, but it's more of a defect if you ask me.
雨は止んでねえのか。
Yeah. I put everything on hold for today, which was why I tried coming over to visit. She apparently didn't care for my wisecracks and clicked her tongue with displeasure. Then, as she gazed out the window,
雨やまねえかな。
agreed. The roof, I wouldn't go so far as to say I was looking forward to going, but it was on my mind for whatever reason after not being able to visit for an entire week.
ねえ、オールくん、
Huh?
お願いがあるの。私のお願い、聞いて
No,
くれる？
absolutely not. Do not listen to it. It's all an act. Don't believe it. What's up? Did your headache short circuit your brain?
タバコがもう切れそうなの。山を降りるのめんどいから買ってきてくれない？
Absolutely not. ...
ねえ、リアのおねが
Gross.
殺すぞこら。
I guess gross was stepping over the line. Guess she was in desperate need of a resupply too. Well, living in the dorms, your only shopping options, or put another way, the only way you could acquire supplies were the school cafeteria, school store, or the caf or convenience store in the dorm. Every other little thing required climbing down the hill. This went without saying, but they didn't sell cigarettes in the dorm. I know how you feel. It really puts me out when I ran out of a cup of noodles too. May have been out of pride as an elite school, but they didn't sell anything scuffy like cup of noodles in either the convenience store or school store. I ran out of my precious stockpile if I couldn't go out shopping over this 3 weekend. It would suck to go shopping in the rain too. What a huge pain.
どうしよう。車、
This smoker looked like she was worried too. But,
あ、でもそっか、明
What's up?
日。いや、明日車が迎えに来るから、そこで変えたわ。
You're going out? This was the first time she had some business to attend to outside of the academy. Where are you going? She smiled impulsively for some reason.
教える義理はねえよ。
Because we're friends?
教えなくても知ってるかもだし。
Figure what out? Huh? She mumbled that last bit so quietly I couldn't hear her.
ちょっと、市松さん
Huh?
あ
Certain someone walked towards us from off to the side.
あまり外に顔を見せないでと言っているでしょ。ここはみんなに見られやすいんだから。
Anne? Whoops. Now that she said something, I noticed a number of female students were glancing over at me. It was fine so long as I was coming or going, but I guess it was bad if I had a drawn-out conversation out in the open. They may not have hated me, but I still scare them. Probably best to back down. I shrugged my shoulders and...
うぜえ嫌がらせしてんじゃねえよ。は
It was then that Josephine noticed the person I had been speaking to. Come to think of it, she told me not to speak to Ria the other day, hadn't she?
相変わらずだな、てめえは。別に、私は寮の総意を代弁しているだけよ。
Josephine looked blatantly disturbed by Rena's comment, and appealing Rena was her weakness.
代弁ね。国民の声の代弁はマスコミさんのお得意だもんな。そいつが随分偏ってるってのが最近のテレビ業界衰退の一因とは聞くけど、うるさい。
The media. Oh, wasn't Josephine's family?
天下の星テレビの会長様だぜ。
Yeah, I remember hearing about that once before.
うるさい。
Uh-oh. Josephine cried out. Oh, not that I really cared what her circumstances were. ... Also, what was her connection with Rhea? I was curious, but...
とにかく、あなたは部屋から出ないで。あと相馬さんにもあまり近づかないよう忠告したわよ。
Yeah.
相馬さんはあ、明日忘れないように。
She wandered off after making that loud declaration. What the heck was that all about?
面倒なのに気に入られたな、お前も。
Good thing she's pretty. If she were ugly, I probably would have hit her by now. Rhea had a knowing smirk on her face.
俺には近づくなって言われてるわけ？
Yeah. Not that I was going to listen to her anyway. We're close enough that we shared a couple of secrets after all.
図に乗んな。
Wow.
ま、銀のラブリッチェ同盟としちゃ近づかれなくなるのも困るけどよ。
Luckily, Rena seemed to think more highly of me than Josephine in her own little way. Thank goodness, I didn't want my neighbor to hate me. How's your headache? Gonna come over to watch movies again today?
2日連続で部屋に連れ込んでセックスビデオを延々垂れ流し、そのまま女を止めていくのか。
I'll call it quits for today. See ya.
ああ。
Rhea withdrew into her room. Guess I'll head back too.
明日の準備しねえと。
I couldn't hear whatever Rhea had whispered underneath her breath. I ended up forgetting to ask Rhea what she had planned for tomorrow. Then again, I bet she wouldn't have told me even if I had. As for me, I didn't have anything special plans, just going to buy a cup of noodles if the rain let up. I looked out the window. The rain still wasn't showing any signs of letting up.
というわけで、昨日も今日も先輩はお隣さんと仲良くしてるみたいです。
And I say that's the perfect place to end today's video. I enjoyed this a lot. I really enjoy this game. I like the characters. I like the drawings. I hope you all like it too. And I hope you like, comment, subscribe. Just tell me how your day's going, to be honest. Is it gloomy and rainy just like how it is in the story? Or is it sunny, hot? Just tell me what you think. Alright everyone, thank you very much for sticking around. This has been Visual Novel Gamer, and peace out.